see the blind Camille once again from QV.
Yeah, I feel like QV probably wants to take it just to make sure, like you say, that they do have that team fight power. Yeah, being able to create even more space for Ruler is exactly what they want. And that's another Vel'Koz. Crown looking for redemption, and there are big grins on these two guys' faces.
But this is a much better matchup for him. It's good in lane, and also there's no backline threat. There's no Galio here. It's a lot safer. The Camille will be fantastic for the reason I mentioned of trying to lock down the Kog'Maw. Big fan of where this draft has gone from KSV. This feels like a KSV comp from when they were in their winning days. And now for the side of BBQ, how do they round it out? They need a top laner that can go competitively into the Camille. The Kennen would be an interesting one.
Yep. Cycling through a few different options. You can't really take Ignar's word.
Now, there's been a lot of solo queue Fiora from Crazy. He's going to lock it in. Okay, we're going skill matchup in the top side. They're trying to warp the game. I think they understood that in a 5v5, there's so many answers to the Kog'Maw that they might be exposed because both their threats can potentially get tied up by the Zac, and the Disintegration Ray on the front line would do a lot of work. So Crazy's going to be jumping on the Fiora. Very interesting final pick for a player who usually is an Ornn, who usually is a tank.
And also Crazy, like you say, has been spamming that one in the solo queue. Actually had a decent win record the last time I looked it up, but this time around I didn't even really want to talk about it because it's been a few weeks and we haven't seen too much more other than things like the tanks from Crazy. But feels like BBQ have opted into playing KSV's game, which is a really dangerous one to play because they play this sort of let's scale and get behind ruler composition quite effectively if you let them. BBQ wanting to give them that option. The shining light that I see is Trick in the early game. If you can keep the aggression from game one, it may be that BBQ can get themselves to a decent spot.
But does it matter when it's the Sejuani? You think of a player who could put out a Kha'Zix performance at game one but struggle in the Sejuani. You think of Umti from our first series.
Yeah.
Actually replicating that game plan when you don't have a dueling advantage on the jungler is a lot difficult. I agree the mindset was right, and Trick seemed more adapted to patch 8.4 than Ambition, who was expected to be the slowest starter. But someone needs to tilt this top side if BBQ are going to actually warp the game. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Cool drafts.
Yeah, cool drafts from both teams. We'll see what happens as we get into game number 2. Can BBQ bring us to game 3 and turn up at exactly the right time? And now Crazy wanting to get the heck out of dodge. Trick as well behind enemy lines once again. Hookshot comes in, stunned inside the wall. As Trick now nowhere for him to go. And QV grabs that kill.
This time, Trick has to enter lane to answer it, but the unique factor is that Tempt has gone for quite the stroll.
Yeah, moving up the top side once again. They want to get Crazy ahead real bad. Shifting Sands is going to be there, but not quite in range. Uses the heal, actually, and gets the scoop. Hextech Ultimatum comes down, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be enough. Grand Challenge is down as QV is just going to fall. Got the extra healing there for the Fiora at the same time, but extra control for KSV in the mid lane.
Bought a lot of time, and this is a nice rotation. Tristana walks up. They didn't have 1,500 gold lead for BBQ. About 2,000 overall, but 1,500 on the top lane. So they know where their bread is buttered.
Yeah, Ignar grazed his bottom there a little bit as Ignar wanders away, but otherwise it's fine. And this tower, not long for the World Ruler, easily shoving that one forward. KSV maybe a little bit later than they would have optimally liked. As Trick throws out the ultimate, finds that one as Ambition jumps his way in. Flash comes out as Crown, super safe on the back line. That's the Emperor's Divide from Tempt, who's actually able to get himself out, but not for long. QV comes in, ultimatum's going to be used, and KSV turn it around beautifully.
And you get an exo, they haven't started it.
Well, in goes Ambition. Only one going to get knocked up as the ultimate is a bit of a fadeaway jump shot from Trick. Kidnap does get onto one, and that's Ignar. The freshly removed Flash is going to be taken down. Crown, great positioning as Ghost somehow manages to survive. But that is the Zac being traded for the Tahm Kench. That's not what KSV wanted. They wanted more than that.
In a dream team fight, but they didn't have complete vision, so they lost damage on the back line. And that was the dream again for the Vel'Koz, who wasn't able, didn't hit the item threshold to make this happen. Love how Ambition approached this fight. They got the right kidnap. But then, Ghost and Azir, the two threats, Tempt was able to free hit on the top side, so terrain really worked against them. Imagine a Camille coming from the back with a teleport. Would have been the killing fields. No killing fields happened. We mentioned that QV wants to group to actually make
available from Crazy. We've seen some of them work, but not a whole lot.
The dream for a 2 levels under Camille to actually draw the teleport out of Fiora and end the split push for 5 minutes is massive for KSV. Ping's 14. There's still a great engage option here for the side of KSV. Waiting here with bated breath. It feels like the game will be decided in the next couple of moments.
Yeah, Ambition sidling his way through. It's just vying for position for both of these teams. Ruler has been so good at being in the right place, and the wave pushing back, as you can see for QV on the bottom side. Crazy just fighting Ambition, though. Grand Challenge goes in, and now he's just getting healed. Okay, now this fight is on completely different fronts. 3 versus 4 in the mid lane. Meanwhile, that's a double kill as Crazy eliminates 2 from the fight. Tempt very, very low in the mid lane as we're just going to watch Crazy and celebrate the Fiora. The disengage comes in. This is what happened
for Crazy. Eventually, he's going to have to group up, and it's happy times for the side of KSV.
Yeah, they're going to grab this inner turret for free by the looks of things. Draw a bead now, really leveling up, only 3 more. Before that one's going to give Ruler full range. Tristana feeling great.
How are they going to answer this minion? They can't get anywhere near it.
I'm not sure, Papa. This is the 8.4 minion as well. This is the disaster scenario. There's Ghost, he's got an idea. It's shoot everyone. As into the backline with the Abyssal Voyage. Yeah, Crazy's in there doing a whole host of work. Crown in trouble. Ignar going to try and save the Fiora, but he is going to fall down in the end. Ruler, full health. You have to make sure you watch out for him, as the backs are going to come in, and BBQ at least keep their base alive.
That's the only option you have against these banner minions. You have to fight, and the fight goes the way of BBQ. It's never fun to give up Crazy and all the experience he will give. That's a 1-for-1 that delays things. Abyssal Voyage into the back line. Team fight Fiora is required because of the Baron, the banner, and the combination with the Siege minion. Crazy gets into the back line, dies in the stomach of the Tahm Kench through all of this. Not able to get away, the Ignite taking him down. Not even the Ignite, just dies to incidental damage overall. That does delay the push. The Baron now down to a minute, and Nest base.
Yeah, really, really far away. The slow is going to land on Tempt. Look at the burst damage into the backline as Tempt tries to get rid of QV, but Ultimatum perfectly positioned. Now Ambition gets himself in amongst it. Ignar in trouble. Hookshot is going to land. It's a double kill. It's QV's turn to start styling. And KSV, once again, they flipped a switch and found everything that they want.
Didn't even need the teleport to do it. That was sick and slick mechanics from Camille to get in over the Emperor's Divide with the Hextech Ultimatum on target ability. Baron dies in half a second. They get that one, and Trick's looking for the engage. He's going to find some friends.
Yeah, Grand Challenge comes down. Not going to kill Crown this time, boys. Double knock up. That's 2 kills. And this could just be the game falling out of the hands of BBQ. Double kill for Ruler. That's the ace, I believe.
And that's the game.
And they're going to be able to take it. The inhibitor is going to respawn, so that'll troll them for a little bit. But these Baron minions are going to make short work of the Nexus turrets. KSV, it's a 2-0. Game 1 didn't look great, but Game 2 looked so good. Not messing around as the Nexus is finally destroyed.
Congratulations to KSV. They finally are able to snap some of their recent poor form and will pick up the victory 2-0 over BBQ. It was hard fought once again as BBQ put up a very valiant Game 1, and in many ways you could actually parallel it to the first time these two teams met. That one ended up going to 3 games, but the second game was so close with the Blitzcrank coming through from Ignar. On this day, the Game 1 was less close. Only Fiora was a good news story, but enough smart map movements and the Fiora's presence was minimized despite a sick double.